Have you ever wondered how to please a narcissist? You know that type of person who always seems to want to be the center of attention without caring about other people's feelings? Well, if you are living with someone like this, it is likely that you have lost yourself in the middle of this relationship, starting to feel like your identity is being taken away from you. In this video, we will understand how to please a narcissist and at the same time, identify who you really are and regain your personal power. Stay until the end, because the truth you will hear can be transformative. Before we understand how to please them, it is important to know what characterizes a narcissist. They are people who have an exaggerated sense of their own importance and a constant need for admiration and validation. Often, these individuals have difficulty with empathy, which causes them to manipulate and exploit others without remorse. But what you may not know is that behind this facade of confidence, many narcissists have fragile self-esteem and a deep fear of rejection. Therefore, their actions may be a reflection of the search for attention and control. To please a narcissist, the first thing you need to understand is that they love to be flattered. They constantly seek recognition and validation. On many occasions, they will make you feel like you need to give them what they want to keep the peace or simply to be accepted. This can be a big trap, because the more you flatter them, the more you lose control over yourself. They will always want more and more, and in the end, you will feel empty, like you are giving everything and getting nothing in return. The narcissist is very dependent on the approval of others. To please him, you may feel like you need to always tell him he's right, even when you know he's not. They love being the center of conversations and being the owners of the truth. This can be tiring because in doing so, you end up forgetting about your own opinions and desires. When you start to lose yourself in this game of pleasing them, it's like you're giving up your own voice, your own worth. Narcissists are masters of emotional manipulation. They know how to play with your feelings to make you feel guilty or ashamed. If you don't please them enough, they may withdraw, ignore, or even punish you emotionally. This creates a cycle of anxiety, where you try harder and harder to get the behavior right, while losing sight of who you really are. The key here is to understand that pleasing a narcissist will never be enough because their expectations are always endless and never align with your real needs. Over time, you begin to wonder, who am I anyway? The narcissist will make you believe that your own needs and feelings are insignificant, that what matters is what he wants. And you end up forgetting how important it is to be yourself, with your qualities, imperfections, and desires. Gradually, you lose yourself in this relationship, sacrificing your identity to try to please someone who will never care enough to give you the same in return. Another crucial point is how narcissists manipulate guilt. They can make you feel responsible for all their problems, as if their happiness depends solely on your actions. This puts you in a position where you can't make mistakes, you can't displease. But the truth is, no matter how much you try to please them, they will always find a way to blame you for something. It is essential to realize that the blame they impose on you is not yours. It is a form of control they use to keep you under their thumb. Now for the big question, how can you get your identity back? The first thing is to recognize that the narcissist does not define who you are. You need to start setting clear boundaries and understand that your happiness does not depend on their approval. This means learning to say no when necessary, seeking emotional support from people who truly value you, and above all, remembering that you have the right to be yourself, with your own needs, desires, and desires. Pleasing a narcissist is not an easy task and is often a never-ending effort. What you need to understand is that pleasing someone shouldn't mean losing yourself in the process. You must be kind, but without giving up your authenticity. Healthy relationships are based on mutual respect, and you deserve to be in a relationship where your needs are heard and respected. If you're always trying to please without getting anything in return, it's time to rethink whether this is the type of relationship you deserve. In the end, what stole you from you was the illusion of pleasing someone who will never give you the same value. The narcissist made you believe that your value lies in pleasing him, but the truth is that your value has always been within you. Now it's time to rescue your self-esteem. Put yourself first and realize that you don't need to cancel yourself out to please anyone. You are worthy of love and respect, and true happiness begins when you reconnect with yourself. When pleasing a narcissist, you end up losing yourself in the process, but it is possible to get back on your feet and regain your identity. The first step is to free yourself from this incessant search for approval and value yourself again. Remember, you don't have to sacrifice yourself to please anyone. True freedom begins when you understand that you deserve to be loved for who you are, not for what others want you to be. If you identified with this content, don't forget to like and share, and leave a comment telling us your experience. Let's understand together how we can free ourselves from toxic relationships and regain control of our lives.